Good. I was speaking to Petra outside and I said, the people that are here, all of you, you are inspired. You've come here because it resonates with your highest core value. You have a dream. You want the opportunity. The people that didn't get here, they need to be motivated. I write a bit of poetry and I wrote a poem the other day which said, when you want something, you will do anything to get there. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Each and every day, life will give us a little window of opportunity. Our destiny is ultimately defined by how we respond to those windows of opportunity. So I often say that if you have ever imagined the life you have dreamt of, living that life, I can help you help yourself achieve that. You know, a few years ago, I was in the retail industry and I was a victim for the economic global meltdown. I was a victim to the local recession. I was a victim to the rand-dollar exchange. I was a victim to the hiking interest rates. And, you know, we were in trouble. We were in financial discourse. We were like not motivated. We were really battling and suffering in our business. And I met a friend of mine, Mo, who had stores all over the country. And I said to him, Mo, things are tough. Things are really bad. And he said, no, I just opened 3 more stores. And we, booming. And I said, well, how could you be booming? I mean, in this time and everything that's going on around us, how could you possibly be booming? And he said the most profound one line to me. He said, Khalid, I refuse to participate in the recession. And the penny dropped for me and I realized, my God, empowerment is an attitude. The outside world that we see is being created by our inner world. So we sit here and we've got all these amazing facilitations and we've got business partners. Thank you for the podium, Petro, and thank you for Zana and Zenopia Women's Business Forum, and Yandisa, and thank you all. I'm Khalid. Thank you. I'm Khalid and I'm an NLP transformative coach, so and a consciousness engineer. That sounds like a really intrusive title. It sounds very professional. Essentially, it's quite simple. NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. It's how the conscious mind communicates to the subconscious mind. Everything in our life is determined by our subconscious mind. We embed commands to our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind then vibrates what it thinks you said you want, and you will get the response. Transformation coach, well, the word says it all. Many people are focused on getting somewhere. Guys, there's nowhere to get. It's just about the journey there. We adopt the mantra in our coaching that our journey is our destination. And I've also understood that a lot of people want a peace of mind within this journey. But with a peace of mind, they also want a piece of real estate. And they also want to drive a Porsche. And that's cool because that's obtainable, that's achievable. As long as you believe you want it. Henry Ford said, whatever a person believes they can do or they can't do, in both cases they're right. You are infinite creative potential. You don't even know that you don't even know what resides within you. And consciousness engineer, so what does that mean? It simply says that all the adversities you experience in your life, all the blockages, all the challenges, they are there to come and teach you something. They are there to come and reconcile something that you need to have dealt with in the past. And these unreconciled issues are probably blocking all your abundance, all your fulfillment. So it's come to teach you a lesson. You know, it reminds me of Mother Teresa. I'm sure you've all heard of Mother Teresa. She used to walk in the streets of Calcutta and she used to see decomposing bodies. She used to see decay. She used to see dung. But through all of that, she would find a flower growing and she'd appreciate beauty. So she knew that through all adversities and through all challenges and through everything, there must be beauty. When we deal with those emotions that we have within us, that we have created roadblocks and we can get through, when our eyes well shut and we cry and we take pain, a little bit of suffering, but when we break through all those barricades, that's only when beauty will pitch up and we'll open the pathway and give off a vibration of everything that we need to achieve. So, you have a dream. And this dream is only made possible by one key essential: you. We can do all of the things outside of us, But until we don't realize the dream inside of us, until we don't create a reality, a picture, an image of who we are, what we do, and what our potential is, we're never going to get it outside of us. When we start to change the way we look at things, the things that we look at change. We can't create potential. We can't create abundance. We can't create fulfillment. All of that is innate. It already exists. The only thing we create are limitations to achieve that. I have a very interesting story to tell you about this limitless, boundaryless, limitless possibilities that we all have innately within us. In having failed many times to conquer Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary one day, in one of those failures, was looking at the portrait of Mount Everest. And looking at the portrait of Mount Everest, he said to Mount Everest, the more you reject me, the more I am determined to conquer you, climb you, and stand on top of you, said Sir Edmund Hillary. And then he looked at the portrait and said, you know why? Because even as majestic as you are, Mount Everest, you will not go any further. I, as a human, will never stop growing. And Sir Edmund Hillary was not talking about him. He was talking about each and every one of us. The limits we create within our lives are the limits we will live by. As Tony Robbins says, people who create limits create limited people. Okay? So, nothing binds us except our thoughts. Nothing controls us except our fears. And nothing limits us except our beliefs. And it is that belief system, it is that thought process that we re-engineer, that we recreate, that we create an identity, an understanding. We remove all of those limiting beliefs, and we can then live that life of fulfillment and abundance. That doesn't mean it's not free of adversities. But when you take an adversity and you turn it into opportunity, when you respond to life instead of reacting to life, that is essentially when you live this life of effortless flow. You look around and people have many things. They have nice cars, they have nice homes, they have nice families, they have great bodies, great relationships, good boyfriends, girlfriends, and spouses, straight-laced student kids. But yet, they seem to be quite empty. And I've kind of studied this human potential and understood what creates this state of mind. And it's because there's something within them that's lacking. And I almost call it the 80-20 principle. You know, 80% of people got everything and they're really not so happy. And 20% of the people might have a little, but they are so much more happier. So I even studied them. And I asked them questions. And I asked them, what creates you to be perpetually in this mystical, magical mindset? I mean, we take Zenobia Businesswoman's Forum. Started not even a year ago. And look where they've gone to. I mean, was it luck? Was it being at the right place at the right time? Or was it just having the right context? Or the right name? Or the right surname? It was having the right attitude.
Exactly.
And many people bring it down to luck. They say, you know, I was lucky. I was just here at the right place at the right time. Now Voltaire, excuse me, described luck to be a word that was invented to describe how we get known effects derived from unknown causes. A word that was invented to describe how we get known effects derived from unknown causes. So what he said in a nutshell, there is no law of luck. You create your own luck. Luck is a state of mind. Luck is a subliminal frequency that you vibrate, a rhythm that you vibrate, a belief that you vibrate. And when you believe that, luck will pitch up. That's the saying. Do it enough times and you'll get lucky. You create your own luck. So with that, I just want to say to you that everything we need, everything that we desire, all this potential, all we need to do is dig inwards and remove our limiting beliefs. We just need to change the way we look at things. We need to change the things that bind us, and we will be set free. I want to give you one more analogy about this belief system and understanding that when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at will change. I want you to imagine that you're at home, you're going out for the night, and you're sitting alone, and you're a little early, so you're all dolled up and you're waiting to go out on this really hot day tonight. And of course, load shedding. So, there's a power outage and your house goes into total darkness, total absolute darkness. So you're thinking, well, let me just go out a little earlier and get into the car. It's much more like that. But as you stand up, you drop over all the stuff on the floor and the kids' toys and whatever you're doing, and your key kind of rolls out of your hand. So you start looking in this absolute darkness for your car key, and you don't want to mess your clothes up, so you're looking and you're kind of not on the floor, and you just can't find your car keys. And you're looking frantically because now the time's going and it's really dark in here. But you look out the window and you notice that one of the street lights magically is still on, still switched on. You go, wow, they missed one. Slow shedding guys missed one. So you kind of crawl out of the house, you get out there and you get into safety, you get under the light, and you start looking for your key under the light because it's so much brighter there. And your neighbor pitches up and he goes, what are you doing? He says, no, I dropped my car keys and I just need to go on a date. So the neighbor, being a good humanitarian, jumps down with you and now you're both looking for your car keys. And you circulate where the light is shining. And after about the third round, your neighbor looks at you and goes, are you sure you dropped your key? I mean, we've fine-tooth combed this whole place and there's no key. And you say to them, no. I actually didn't drop my key here. I actually dropped my key in the house, but it was too dark in there. So I came to look for it outside there. That is profoundly insane. Yeah. And that is how profoundly insane it is that when you're looking for stuff within you, you're searching outside of you. There's no key there. Because it's like there doesn't mean the key is there. The key is within the darkness where you need to search and create light. And with that, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.